I always have technological issues. Robbie, can you hear me? This might be better, right? Can you hear me now? Test, test. When you say yes, I will continue. Yes. All right. Perfect. Well, all right, guys. So please forgive me. I'm not trying to be heartless. I will probably come across at times as heartless in this. But I try to have fun and joke around. But I'm actually going to give you some good stuff. If you have not prepped or you don't have anything and you're late, I'll show you the stuff that you should get. For those that were prepared, you might get a good chuckle out of this. I'm not used to having the screen right in front of my head like that. But so first thing, guys, these masks are pretty much non-existent. I think somebody told me the N95, I think. If you give me a second, I'm going to check my phone and confirm with a text that I got recently. These are pretty much impossible to get, but I believe the N95, if you give me a second, I will double check my text. I have a contact that says, they say the N95 ones are better, but they still need to be fit tested to be effective. So, yeah, I don't know how great these things are. You get confused by them, but I hear the N95, which is I think it's right here. If you guys zoom in right at the bottom, N95. I hear those are the good ones. Don't fault me if they're not, but they're pretty much impossible to get right now. So I think N95. Let me get some water because I'm thirsty. So at this point, they're pretty much non-existent. So not to rub it in, if you had these, I think these are most effective. If there's anything else, I'm sure they will. I don't know what will work or not. Gloves. So you say, how do you get these gloves? Pretty much these are non-existent. I'm going to tell you a funny story to show you. You're a firefighter. That's what we use. Oh, the ones I just showed you, those N95s, those are the ones you use, Rob? I'm going to give you a funny story about the gloves in the state of our society. So I'm going to give you some funny stories. So guys, I am actually not, you'll probably think I'm crazy, but I am not a prepper. Normally I don't do this kind of stuff, but I kind of, if you've been following my videos, and again, we teach, but so I've been watching the charts and the election year and all of the things, right? Watch the news, you decipher both sides. Hi, Stacy, how are you? So I kind of had this feeling. So several days ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to go out there because here is the thing, right? So go back to these here, the masks, the N95s, and the gloves. You pretty much can't get these now at all. Next thing that you can't get, but if you can, is hand sanitizer. Now you can see this is an empty bottle. I may have more. I'm not going to. These three things, if you can get them, are very, very important, but chances are you can't. And I would be very careful trying to buy them online from third party on Amazon and those places. I'm not an expert on those, but I don't know if I would trust them. So at this point, you probably don't have this stuff, which is difficult. So I'm sorry if you don't. I don't know if we'll need them. Then you have the last thing, or the one next thing, is Charmin toilet paper. I'm thinking of putting this on eBay tonight for, I saw, what, $1,200 a roll, I think, earlier. So maybe Bull Bears discount. Maybe you can 15% or 30%. Honestly, guys, give you other solutions in a moment. But just to take a step back, or to kind of talk to you guys for a moment. So there's a lot of people, this is where we got to talk and talk directly for a few minutes. There's a lot of people that are like, this virus is overblown, right? Then there's other people that'll say the virus is going to kill everybody, right? I'm not a doctor. I have no clue how bad or not bad the virus is. That's not what I'm trying to get across to people. What I want to get across to people is, obviously, to learn about the virus, everybody's turning on what? They're turning on the television. They're turning on the news. The news on both sides is talking nonstop about the coronavirus, right? So if you're hearing that nonstop on both sides, no matter what your political spectrum, let me fix my collar here, be presentable for you guys. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, if you're hearing it nonstop every day, what's going to happen? People are going to start to slowly get concerned, and then they're going to slowly start to worry. Then the panic starts to set in. So what happens, right? Here's the thing. I've been talking to friends and family and all these things. Everybody like, it's all overblown. Everybody's freaking out over nothing. There's the hoarders. There's the people doing this. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you think about the virus. What matters is leaving the shelf at the moment. So you can get ticked off at the people that are hoarding. But the fact of the matter is you're being mad at the hoarders is going to leave you in a place of not having things. Unfortunately, it's dog eat dog right now world. I hate it. I think it sucks. I don't like it. Again, I have no clue how good or bad the virus is, but I do know this. For the past few days, I've gone out. And because I went out a few days ago, number one, what I'm going to learn from all this moving forward is ideally when this thing all settles down, I'm actually going to have this stuff on hand. I see why these people go, these preppers out there that go nuts. I probably won't go nuts, but I can see having like, a month or two supplies on hand at least. I see the value of it because of things like this. I don't know. I was hearing, maybe one of you guys can tell me, I didn't do research on this, but I was hearing some of this stuff is made in China. I think a lot of the medical supplies. So again, I'm not expert on this, but I think like these things and these things, like right here, like important things, I think a lot of this stuff comes from China. I think. Again, this is just my thought process. If that's the case and we're in trade wars with China, I can see how this could be difficult to get. Paper goods, this is where I don't know. I'm not sure if we get this stuff in China, but maybe that's why people are running off the shelves and getting it. So now you could think toilet paper, right? People have been asking me, and I found this fascinating, right? Talking about why is everybody running to get toilet paper? Very fascinating to me. Again, in America, again, I'll tell you some stories here that are just kind of funny, but in America, I feel like people are more concerned about wiping their butt than they are eating. Very odd. But you can say to yourself, all right, so what do you do now if you don't have toilet paper, right? Makes you really value toilet paper after you get this stuff, right? What's the next thing you can do? Well, the next thing you can do is another thing. I'm dropping the supplies I'm going to show you guys here. So another thing you guys can do is Kleenex, right? It might not be as ideal as toilet paper, but it flushes. You might have to use a few more slices. But if you can't get toilet paper, buy Kleenex. I can't tell you how many people, guys, walked by Kleenex when it was heavily available because they couldn't get their toilet paper. I'll also tell you a story that this is not even a joke. This is America for you guys. About a day or two ago, when I was kind of out and just kind of buying this stuff, there was 4 packs of toilet. So now the shelves in the supermarket, like forget Target, Walmart, guys, they're wiped out. If you find this stuff, it's toilet paper is gold. If you have enough toilet paper, don't hoard these. I don't want to get in trouble. Don't hoard this stuff. But if you're prepared for a month, you might want to be prepared for 2 months now. I'm sorry, it's dog eat dog out there. It just is what it is. Don't go crazy. Don't sell the stuff on eBay. Buy some extra. So if your friends or family or something, the ones that are the stubborn one, listen, the ones that I like, the preppers, I appreciate them. The hoarders, they're annoying. The poor and the ones that are needy, I feel bad for them. The ones that are stubborn, they've had a bad attitude and just like whatever. And guys, I have people, my friends and family, I've been telling them the past few days, get out there, get out there, get out there. Oh, I'm too tired. Let me go tomorrow. I said, you're an idiot. Go now when there's not that people out. Tomorrow, you're going to have all the lines and stuff's going to be gone. And everybody's lazy and you just got all this stuff, right? It's just Americans for you, right? And then you see, I was watching this firsthand, the person I won't feel bad for in the toilet paper aisle, right? I literally saw this. Stock tons of Kleenex on the shelf, tons. And, oh yeah, here's another solution. If you can't get toilet paper or Kleenex, I know this is going to sound gross, but this is America for you. Paper towels. You're going to say, why the heck would I get extra paper towels? I'm not wiping my butt with paper towels. Well, think about it. If there's nothing else, right, and it doesn't come back on the shelf, right? uh guys, right? You can see the mask. Maybe should I put the mask back on for a minute? Make for dramatic effect. I got to be careful. I don't want to rip this thing. Right? So you got right? So you got the mask on here. So now a lot of people will say, what am I going to do with the paper towels? Well, if you can't get anything else and you have paper towels, you wipe your butt with a paper towel, throw it in a plastic bag, and throw it outside, right? You're saying, I don't want to do that. Then fine, don't wipe your butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wipe your butt. Like, this is like America, how we. So here's going back to my toilet paper story, right? Paper, tons of Kleenex, tons of paper towels. There was about probably 10 to 24 packs of toilet paper, right? Can I share it? Who knows if it'll ship to you? I don't know, right? 4 packs. This is my favorite story yet. And this person comes up and they're like, they look around like, oh, these stupid people buying the hoard. So they're complaining about the hoarders. Again, was who cares what you feel about the hoarders? It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is they're hoarding, which means your attitude about it is not going to help offense and prepare. So there was 4 packs, 10 or 20 of them. Got, I'm going to go to Costco and buy them for you, right? They just, hey, when a disaster happens, they think they're just going to go to Costco and Walmart and buy in bulk. And meanwhile, you ain't getting it. And they skipped over 4 packs of toilet paper, tons of Kleenex, and paper towels. That's my best story yet. So it's those people I don't feel sorry for when you had the 4 packs because you had to go and buy in bulk. Another story that drives me crazy is somebody that I know. I just, texted them and say, hey, do you have an extra? Again, guys, I'm not making this video because I think the world's going to end. I'm not making it because I think everybody's going to die. I'm making it just to I'm actually going to show you some more actually have fun with this as well. Cause it's trying to make it, it's tense times for a lot of people. Right. So another person that I know that in my life, and I was saying, do you have enough food on hand for a month? Right. I'll show you cheap food to get. That's very inexpensive. So this person said to me, this is all overblown, right? So you get this is all blown. Yes, maybe it is, right? And I said, well, hey, regardless, it is what it is. And then this person says to me, I can't wait till life just goes back to normal. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, life isn't just going to go back to normal. I'm not talking doom and gloom, right? The world's not going to end, but you don't just don't have just massive stock market drops, shut down countries. Maybe, I don't know what's going to happen. There's a chance they might shut down the US for a couple weeks or a month. And you just think magically life just goes back to normal. Again, just think logically. It doesn't go back to normal. And it was twice. It was oh yeah. And then they have their trip plan here and their trip plan here. And they're so inconvenienced. The ones that have to buy their Costco stuff in bulk. And meanwhile, they're going to be the same ones bitching and moaning when they don't have the stuff, right? Let me see. Some of that I did. Wet wipes too. Wet wipes are definitely good. Shower. Yeah. So, but my whole point, guys, if you want to wipe your butt and have something to buy toilet paper first, if you can get it. If you can't, Kleenex, like I showed you. If you can't, buy paper towels. Wipe your butt with a paper towel, throw it in a plastic bag, and throw it outside, right? If you're too prissy to use a paper towel for your butt, then have a stinky butt or hop in the shower. I mean, just come on, right? Stop being that's the mentality now, right? We're just going to go back to normal. Eventually we will. Eventually things will probably go back up. It's not going to last forever. But I've been trying to tell friends, right? There's some people I know that are teachers and they're going to be probably having a lot of time off. And I said, do you want a month's vacation from work or do you want a month of hell, right? A month vacation means you have a month's supply of food and stuff like that. You're going to have fun. You're going to sit on a couch, enjoy some time with your friends and family. Be it, your life can change. Maybe things will start to have more meaning, right? Maybe toilet paper will start to have meaning again. Maybe paper towels. Maybe masks, hand sanitizers, maybe things will have meaning. So eventually, hopefully people will take this lesson and change their lives for the better and not become more bitter. Who knows, right? But Bullish Bears, yeah. So Bullish Bears, we are a stock trading company. We teach people stocks, right? So I don't want to go crazy on that part of it, because then I'll probably get your YouTube comments. Oh my God, you're selling the stock. You're a stock trading company. You're trying to pitch us in stocks. Well, yes, we're a business. We want people to, yeah. I mean, everybody, I try to tell people, everybody makes a video on YouTube because they're selling, So I mean, of course, yes. So do we want people to join our business? Of course. I mean, geez, we're a business, right? So Rob, yeah, we teach trading stocks. Now, something on that line for a second, very important. A lot of people say, trading, what's that got to do with anything? Very important with trading. Trading teaches you the skill set to learn how to read stock charts. If you can read stock charts, you can, number one, know when to potentially buy and sell stocks, but also number two, when to potentially how to manage your 401k. We don't do mutual funds, but we teach you like the charts, and then you can go to your financial advisor and talk to them about the charts. Here's a secret. Most financial advisors have no clue about charts. So that's probably a rant where you could say, well, what do you mean? What do you mean my financial advisors don't know charts? They know algorithms. They know how to put stuff out to the future, but they don't know necessarily what's going to happen now. So if anybody's watching this video and like, yeah, I just lost 20 or 30% in my 401k. A good financial advisor would have probably saw that ahead of time and maybe made you in safe funds so you don't lose that 20 or 30 or 40%. Then when the market hits the bottom and then it shows a reversal, then maybe you go risky again, right? Common sense. Not so common, and that's why many people get burnt. So then the other question people have been asking me, just stay on the lines of stocks, is, hey, should I buy? Should I buy? Well, the markets are so volatile. The candlesticks are so gigantic. It could go up tomorrow, or like there's still so much room to fall. It could go up again, but the problem is you need a cure for this virus or to stop people's panic from the virus. So, you know what I mean? So again, it doesn't matter someone's political views, like things like tax cuts and those things. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe it stops the bleeding, but to get people confident again, I would assume they're going to probably want a cure for the virus. What do I know? I'm assuming that. That's what I'm thinking. But as far as the charts today, you had a big giant candlestick. So people can say, wow, what a great day in the market. It's amazing. Well, maybe not, because it's when stocks fall and they go back up again for the trend reversal. The trend is down very bad right now. So when a market drops 10% and it goes up 7 or 8 or 9%, that happens a lot. You want to see consistent days of that going back up again after the fall. So as far as stocks, that's a different thing. You guys could subscribe to our channel. We make lots of videos. Make sure you watch our most recent ones. I explain that stuff in the video. So, all right, let me talk to you some things you can get. Yes, we do have a chat room. Yep. So now that I've probably rubbed some salt in your wound of the stuff you can't get, here's some very important things to get. Food, very important. Do not underestimate canned soups. Buy these like crazy right now. Very cheap. You can get them like a couple bucks places. Very hearty. And you could, again, I'm not saying this your life's going to end, but if you're without, if we get on lockdown someday for 2 weeks or a month and you don't have enough, you can buy this for cheap. So people that don't have a lot of money, here's a $2 can of soup. Will you be hungry living on a can of soup a day? Yeah, you probably will. But you know what? You'll have food. Now you can say the National Guard will come in and give me food. Maybe, yeah. I don't know what they're going to give you on National Guard trucks, right? I don't know what it is, what kind of food, and it's probably rationed out. And do you want to go way out in hours upon hours upon hours of lines to know what you're going to get, deal with that headache? Or ahead of time, you could buy some cans of soup, right? Hold on, someone's calling me right now. All right. So these are gold right now. So you can buy them very cheap. And what I'm doing is look at the bottom and look at the expiration date, right? Very, very important. Me personally, I'm buying, again, this is just me, or I bought all my stuff that I'm buying, these perishable stuff. I'm buying stuff with expiration dates after the election. Why would I do Me personally, I don't know. Maybe things will be better. either direction, right? After an election's over, maybe the virus will get better. And if it does, having expiration dates after that would be good. You can eat them yourself. You can donate it. Like me personally, I'm not a huge fan of eating cans of soup every day. Lots of sodium. It's not really for me. So if after the election, I actually got my expiration dates 2022. You can buy the same can of soup and get expiration dates of 2022 or 2021 for the same price. Get the latest expiration date. If you eat it, great. If you don't, you can go and donate it to a friend or family or go to a soup kitchen. So this, I think, is extremely, extremely very, very valuable, very cheap, right? Later, Rob. Another thing to get is like, so this is not as hearty, but soups, right? You have to also think, guys, right? Not to be scary, like, but think about if you're locked in a house for 2 weeks or a month, either one, you could get the virus, or number two, you could get sick in general, right? So now everybody's stuck in their house for a month and you get sick and you can't go anywhere, then get the stuff to help you be prepared for when you're sick. Sorry, I got an itch, right? It makes common sense, right? So when you're sick, what do you, oh, my camera's, there we go. When you're sick, what do you want? People want soup, expired soup. There you go. Yeah, again, the dates, yeah, you could probably still eat them, but if you go out and buy them tonight, take the extra 5 seconds and get a later date, right? So soup, hearty soup to eat. Now, I didn't bring it up here, but another thing people are missing completely right now, dirt cheap, is you can go to the supermarkets and buy your 20-pound bags of rice. I still saw it at Stop and Shop. That's one of our supermarkets. Go to your local supermarket, go to the aisle with rice and that kind of stuff. You know, the foreign foods, I think it is. And you'll eat the expired soup. Yeah, you can come pick it up. Look on the side shelves. There's the things of rice. There are $15 where I live. That's a lot. So a 20-pound bag of white rice. If you only bought it might not taste good every day, but you could probably could eat for a couple weeks at least, off rice. So that's cheap, right? You can buy the $2 can of soup or $1 can of soup. You can buy a 15-pound bag or 20-pound bag of rice for $15. So, if you wanted, you could buy 30 cans of soup and get out of the store for what? 50, 60 bucks. 20-pound bag of white rice. And there you go. You could have a cup of white rice and a can of soup every day. You could also mix it up and get canned tuna, right? Canned tuna is also very good. It lasts a long time. You can do tuna and white rice, so you can do a can of tuna, some white rice, throw some bat in it like it's perfect. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't want to tick everybody off. I trigger people enough. All right. So now we've got other things so along the lines of being sick. I'm telling you guys, this is a very important thing that most people are not thinking of. I'm not even talking coronavirus. I'm talking just sick in general. If you're cooped up in a house for 2 weeks or a month, you might get a common cold. If you can't leave and go to the store to get stuff for the common, yeah, I know that joke might be too soon. Yeah. If you can't, if you're sick at home and you can't leave, you need the stuff for when you're sick. Thinking about that stuff right now. Cough drops, very valuable. If you get a sore throat at home, you have cough drops, right? Along that lines, if you get sick, again, we're not getting paid by any of these companies. So, shout out if you like a different brand, or a different brand, Dayquil, NyQuil. If you do get the flu or flu symptoms, you have Dayquil or NyQuil or whatever brand you like. So now you are sick, cough drops, maybe get some tea, right? Something like that. Preventative measure. This is gold and people are not thinking about this and it's dirt cheap. Something like emergency or maybe even airborne. So now, I've been out lately. So now I've been around a lot of people. So I'm I'm feeling a little bit weird. I don't know if it's paranoia or what. So I'm preventative measures. What should I do? So I said, I'll buy something like emergency and then airborne. Now, probably a lot of people are oh, that stuff's crap. It's not good for you. Oh, okay. That's fine. Then you can get real things like oranges, right? Take your vitamin C by eating whole products. So now to build that immune system up and keep it up, get things like put that vitamin C in there. If you don't want to do things like emergency and that stuff, get this. Exactly, right? Soup and a pile of rice. Now you're talking. There you go. So build the immune system up. So guys, you got to think about this. Number one, you got to eat. What is good? I'm giving you solutions. Toilet paper, Kleenex, and emergency paper towels. Throw it in a bag and throw it out in the garbage. It's gross, but you'll have a clean butt, right? Now you have to think about you're going to get sick. Doesn't mean coronavirus. You just might get the common cold. Get the stuff that you like when you're sick to help you, because you're not going to just be able to, hey, go to a doctor if you're cooped in the house. To build your immune system up in order to prevent getting sick, do maybe some home exercise, some push-ups, walk around your house. If you can walk outside, do stuff like that, do some squats. I'm not the one to talk about that. I ain't a trainer. And then build up your immune stuff, right? So now you can do natural, right? So if you don't like the other stuff, use natural. All right. So again, that's some useful stuff. Another thing that people don't think of is candles. This is where, okay, so now a lot of people are going to the bottled water and getting bottled water. You may lose power. I don't know. You know, it's not like a snowstorm or whatever. So it's a possibility. I bought a few jugs of water just in case, not because I think the power is going to go out forever, but if it does, you have a few jugs of water and it's cheap, right? Candles just in case. Now, having them just in case you lose power, you have some candles. Now, I'm lazy. I had but I just don't, I just don't really use them. They have electric one or battery ones. And look at this. I can just turn it on and look, I have a candle. Now, along that lines with that, it's always good to have some extra batteries, right? Batteries are very, very helpful, right? So batteries can help just for anything. Now you're also going to watch a lot more TV probably, right? Your remote might die down more. Have some batteries, right? Guys, I'm trying to still appeal to you people that have all the luxuries in life. That's what I've been trying to tell my friends. You're going to have a lot of time off. Let's give you a vacation and not have it be miserable, right? Another thing, guys, do not underestimate the power of kombucha. Kombucha is supposed to be really good probiotic and stuff for your immune system. So preventative, right? Drink your vitamin C, maybe have an orange or do an airborne or an emergency like this stuff. And then maybe have a bottle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do probably an emergency a day and drink a bottle of kombucha, right? To kind of keep my immune system up a little bit and kind of preventative measures. These are more expensive. This is more of a luxury. If you can afford it, I really like the kombucha. So I'll drink this and kind of keep things up and going a little bit. Now you've got things like, oh, shoot. Huh, what happened? I had where am I? Oh, here we go. I actually didn't buy this for this preparation, but, what happened? Here it is. Having a thermometer would probably be very important nowadays, unfortunately, but it's never probably a bad thing to have. Can't put that thing back on. Thermometer, right? So this would be good. So God forbid you need to take your temperature for any reason. A thermometer, great thing to have, right? Now we could talk about some luxury. Actually, you know what? Flashlight, right? Can't hurt to have a flashlight hanging around. Oh, guys. Cheap food. Extremely important. This is going to be gold and people are skipping it over it like crazy. So remember I told you guys about can of soup, cheap food, hearty, will last a long time. I told you about can of tuna, not going to be as hearty, maybe healthier or whatever, but economical to get. This pasta, dirt cheap. One of the cheapest things you can get. If you want to get pasta sauce, you can get it a long time. Butter, right? You have butter, freeze it, right? You might just, again, I know it's not gluten. Like I need my gluten-free pasta. You might, and don't get sick, but you might have to suck it up and get regular pasta. I got this stuff. This is 88 cents, right? You could buy 10 boxes of this for less than $10, make 2 meals out of it, And what is that? What is that? How many days? 10, 10. That could be 20 days worth of food off of pasta, right? 10. Yeah, 10 to 20 days just off for $10. Buy a 20-pound bag of rice for $15. Do you guys see? You don't have to go crazy, right? I'm showing you the necessities of things to survive and have food and not have to panic. Is it going to taste good? I don't know. You could probably doctor it up. Me personally, I'm lazy. I just put pasta sauce and butter on it or salt and pepper, and that's it. If you're a good cook, you probably do a lot of great things with this, right? So these are gold, and this has been around and still around in most places right now, and it's gold. Really, it's gold, and it's cheap. So if you're acting, you're on a budget, gold. This is like gold to survive. You might not like eating it every day, but it's gold. What else we got? Stuff like this is starting to dwindle. So if you get a headache, it's not bad. Not a bad idea to have stuff for a headache. Deodorant. If you're sitting at home and you can have it, have some extra deodorant. Things like toothpaste. It's always good to have toothpaste extra on hand, right? So again, these get into more luxuries, but if you have the ability to afford and be prepared in that stuff, get some of the luxuries, right? Allergy medications, Flonase, right? Or whatever you like to use, or Zyrtec or something like that. Get your allergy medications. You might have to have more. You might be down to a week left. If you get locked down for 2 weeks or a month, now you're without your allergy medication. Some of it might be a luxury. Full tank of gas. Very great, important part, Chase. Chase said full tank of gas. Lines. Propane. Get a extra propane thing for your grill, right? If you lose power for a few days, God forbid, or something like that, you could use your grill or propane, right? Pet food. Alan, great job. I don't have a pet. I love pets. Get extra food for your pets, right? If you run out of pet food, it's probably not the best. Like, if you can't get pet food, you animal lovers could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure a hearty can of soup, they would probably maybe even like it better, and they're going to survive, right? So I think a dog can eat this. I hope so. If not, don't get mad at me, but this could always mix it. Something like this, or the rice, right? You get the big 20-pound bag of rice, jazz it up for your dog that you can, maybe they're going to whatever, not like it. Jazz it up, make it. They might love, rice and some soup or something, or some pasta, whatever, right? They all like human food, right? So very important. Guys, this is super cheap. Ramen noodles. These things were cheap. I'm not even joking, guys. I had the stuff I needed. And then I think it was 2 days ago, I went to Costco, and Costco had the carts of ramen noodles. They had 48 packs for or wiped out. And these are cheap. I mean, these are what, 40 cents or whatever, super dirt cheap. So soups, right? So don't underestimate the power. You can get stuff very cheap. And ramen tastes fantastic. It's great stuff. It's soup. Now it could double as food to eat, or when you're sick, you have soup, chicken soup, comfort food, right? Maybe get some extra loaves of bread, have them frozen. Do you guys notice it? I haven't even talked to you anything about steaks. I didn't talk about chicken. I didn't talk about beef. I didn't even talk about that stuff. If you guys have a freezer and you can afford that stuff, great, have it. That's a great and nice luxury to have, right? I'm showing stuff like survival stuff. Not saying you're going to die, you know what I mean? But I'm saying for a month, if you're like, oh, this kind of sucks, but you know what? I have a can of soup every day. I have rice. I have pasta. I have, ramen soup. Hey, I'm just happy that I can eat, and it just avoids you having to go out and wait in a National Guard truck if that's what happens, I'm sure that's probably not fun. So for those that don't have a lot of money, these are some cheap things that you can get kind of for survival, right? What else we got here? Sorry, but you really can't get any wipes anymore. I couldn't even get the good kind. I rubbed in the wounds with you guys with the other stuff, but I couldn't even get this stuff anymore. Wash soap, hand soap, guys. Oh my God, super important. Buy soap. Wash your hands, like wash your hands and face. I've been washing my hands and face a lot now. I wash my hands all the time. Like, you know. Yeah, someone there?
Yes, Jesse next door. I don't know. You want me to show your car door for you?
Oh, dude, yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Is the light still on? I left my car door open. That was not. Hold on, I gotta wake up. My neighbor just said my light's on. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, so I'm making a prep video and I leave my car door open, which is probably gonna like, I'm an idiot. I was kind of hoarding a little bit, so I'm one of the ones that like, I'm gonna have a dead car battery. Hey, but guess what, guys? I won't need my car if I'm locked in my house. Oh, that's funny. All right, can you guys hear me? I'm back. Can you hear me? Am I back on? I'll make you guys laugh in a second. Am I here? Car door open. Dan, can you hear me? Test, test, test. Weed. Yeah. Hey, for those that like to do the ganj, if it's legal, then do your thing. Yes, you can hear me. Cool. A cheap charcoal grill. Yes, that would be very good. Freezer or electricity goes out. Hope you have friends to help you before it runs. Cast iron stove. Yep, that stuff. Now, hold on a second. Weapons, right? There's a lot of crazy people out there, right? So now, 30 pack of beer. Now, if people go crazy, now you might need weapons, right? So now, what if you have a stash of food and somebody wants to start trying to break in your house? If you guys think about trying to break in my place, you don't want to do that. I got stuff, right? So we could start with a hatchet. Could double for, chopping down trees and also chopping your hand off if you try to break in my place, right? Hatchet. Some people might use the Second Amendment, maybe have a gun, right? So there's ways to protect yourself, maybe have a little home security. I was telling a friend last night, I was like, hey, if you get locked down and you can go out for a walk still, maybe you don't go out for long walks, right? You come back, check on your house every few because, don't leave your stuff out, right? You go walk and you go for a nice little gander because you're on vacation and somebody's desperate and they break in your house, be smart about it, right? So, this is a nice little hatchet. So that's a good thing to have. Another thing, now you're talking luxuries, right? Have extra coffee on hand because you're not going to be able to go to Dunkin' Donuts if you're locked in your house probably every day. A lot of people are asking me like, oh, like to the store, right? Like, they shut it down. Well, if they lock you down and stuff, what do you think? You're going to go to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and get your coffee? I actually go and buy my coffee all the time. I go and buy it all the time. Now I had to buy one of those portable maker kind of things and I bought some coffee, right? Coffee. It's probably disgusting, but I'll have coffee so I can stream each day and talk to you people, right? As Dan said, alcohol, right? Now you're getting into luxury. So here's what I'm trying to prepared. So if you have your prepared, so you have your emergency foods, you have enough stuff to wipe your butt, you're clean and all of that stuff. Opportunity right now. You have probably a shorter window. Again, tomorrow we'll wake up or next week or whatever. Everything's wonderful. They have a cure for the disease. Everything's wonderful. Or again, guys, I don't know what's happening right now. None of us have to prepare It's like prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, right? Don't prepare for the worst like everybody's going to die, but prepare for the worst like you might and not go anywhere, right? So that being the case, you got to think there's a lot of people like, again, this is not a political thing, right? Who like or dislike the president now or how he's handling things. You have to think, you got to think strategically on things, right? So a lot of people down immediately a month ago or 2 months ago. Just think logically for a second. If you had no preparation, you didn't like soften the public a bit. If you just shut everything down all at once, what's going to happen, especially in America? When's the last time America has been probably what? The Great Depression? It's like right now, you can go tonight, you can go charge a car, probably, right? Get a car that you can't afford. But you know what you can't buy right now? Toilet paper, hand sanitizer. But you can buy a car, right? This is our society right now. You just need to have everything they want. Like, oh, can I still watch this or still have that, right? So the thing is what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, what the heck was I going to say? I'm prepared. There's why I'm getting this stuff and preparing a little bit extra right now because I think, I don't know. My logical brain says, if you shut everything down at once, people will panic and there'll be mass pandemonium in the United States, right? But if every day you start doing something more, what are you doing? You're conditioning the people to be prepared. So if you shut something down or shut a school down here, you shut this down here, you do this natural immersion, the video, we're talking about what's potentially coming. The word gets out, social media gets out, everybody's starting to see you can't buy stuff in the stores anymore. So my logical brain is thinking, okay, you shut down this school, the next school, this school, the next school, and then maybe shut down non-essential state employees and then state employees, and then it gets to essential workers and things like that. You got to think like that. I don't know what they're going to do, but it would make common sense. And then you got to think, guys, think about this. The reason why I'm saying now is the time, if you're stocked up on anything, to think about the luxuries. If he's conditioning us, right, to be prepared, if foods and supplies, right? So let's say come Monday, everything's just raided and it's gone and it's not coming back for a while. Well, then you can, it would make sense, right? He probably gets reports. I'm sure the government gets reports on stores stock and stuff. If the stores are all wiped out of everything, now as many people as possible are prepared, right? Everybody won't be prepared, but you'll have as many people as possible, right? Then if you can't buy food and those things anymore for a while, then it would make sense. You could probably, oh, dang. In Sicily, the lockdown is real already. You can be fined or arrested for non-travel. Paperwork required for travel. So there you go. I mean, it's not like this is not, I mean, it's happening in Italy, right? Italy shut down, right? So think about it, guys, right? Just think logically. This is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like it's a softening, right? Keep softening people. Now the stores get wiped out of everything. Then come Monday, you can then say, okay, guys, and then maybe there's more things that keep coming out each day, keep softening. Because I'm out in the stores, guys. A few days ago, they were cautious. Then yesterday was starting to worry. Today, I started to feel a sense of panic, not extreme panic, because I don't think it's real for most people. The panic will happen. Oh, bleep. I can't even get food, right? That's going to be probably when people panic. And that's where you don't want to be out. I think if things start selling out like crazy, that might be happening. If that happens, maybe within a couple days, because now I'm starting to see things like pasta way less. You can buy a ton of pasta yesterday. You can buy a ton of soup yesterday. Now it's dwindling. Tonight I went, the meats, right? Those chickens, the meats, that's starting to go off the shelf. So as it starts going and it starts getting crazier, come Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, now people might be like, oh crap, I will be able to get Weight Watchers meal. No offense to Weight Watchers. You know what I'm saying? Like something like not like what you want to eat every day. That's where if you're not prepared, go get the cheap stuff like soups and like pastas if you can get them, big bag of white rice. But if you're set, there you go. You've seen it and you felt it, huh? Yeah. Beer. So now if you have the money and you're good, now, like I was telling my friends today, now they got this. Some of them finally listened to me. They're stubborn. They think I'm an idiot. I'm crazy. Well, guess what? They got the stuff they needed if they listened to me. Now I said to them today, I was like, before the 3 o'clock, it was 1 o'clock. I had some friends. Right. Just, I'm lazy. I'm tired. I was like, now is your time. Like, go get your cold medications, right? Get your emergency, get your Dayquil, get your NyQuil. Prepare that you're going to get sick, not and die, but if you're cooped up in the house, you're probably going to get sick. Go get that stuff now. And then like this, right? Get your Tito's vodka, right? If you're listening, Tito's, shout out, right? So now you can sit home. It can have some, now you have choices, right? I'm not a big fan of Shock Top. These have been sitting in my fridge. I went for the Tito's. I'm a seltzer guy. So I got the seltzers. I got a bottle of wine, right? I got my Doritos. I got my frozen pizzas. Now I have my luxury pizza store, but I'll get my DiGiorno pizza, right? Luxuries, right? If you're prepared, now you can go for luxuries. And then because it's that time of year in certain areas, Easter, shout out to Angel. I got some jelly beans. So now I have some Easter candy. So when you got all the essentials, now you can go for the luxuries and the things you want, right? Prepare for the essentials first. If you're not prepared yet, the first thing that I would do, and guys, here's where you want to be careful. No Corona beers, right? The first thing you want to do is you have to think logically. If you're trying to go to get toilet paper or paper products, trying to go buy in bulk at Costco's or BJ's or Sam's Clubs or Targets or Walmart's, it'll be a miracle. If you can get it, go there and get it in bulk. If you can't go to those places, then try your local supermarket. I had really good luck at supermarkets, but now it's very difficult. At supermarkets, very difficult to get the paper goods. But if you're to go somewhere first, I would try to go to the supermarket first, then maybe go to the Walmarts or the big box stores after if you can. But remember, everybody has the same mentality. There's a crisis. So what do people want to do? Crisis. Oh my God, I want to buy in bulk. I have some friends that want the saving, right? They don't want to buy extra because they don't want to waste the money. Well, fine. You don't want to waste the money, but guess what? People are going to rate it and you're not going to have the stuff. So you should have had it. It's like insurance. So I tell people when you're prepping for this stuff, it's like buying a generator for your house. You're prepared. Or it's like having insurance. If you don't use it, eat the stuff later. Whatever. So that's that. What do you guys think? Was this good? You can make some great dishes in cast iron Dutch pans. Multivitamins. Yep, vitamins. All the other stuff, guys. Shampoos. Just don't go crazy, but just think like a month. If you're in a house for a month, soaps, hand soaps, food, body wash, woman's accessories that you need. Then I don't want to get yelled at, but maybe when everything starts, hey, you're prepared with everything, you got all your luxuries, then maybe you start being thankful, right? Hey, I'm thankful. I'm happy. Then maybe if you're a spiritual person, maybe you'll pray or something, pray. I pray to God. Maybe you pray to your God. No judgment, but prayer will probably be a good thing for people. And then appreciation. And guys, something I was reflecting on all this because I'm very attached to this world and I like all the stuff. And as you can see, I got a lot of stuff. I'm prepared and I'm happy. But I'm also very I want all my luxuries and everything to be great. Just like someone told me recently, I just can't wait for things to go back to normal. Me too, but it's probably not just going to be just normal. And I actually, if you really think about it, do you want it to just go back to completely normal? Or do you want to take something like, can you really learn from something like this, right? Many countries have had tragedies. We had a big tragedy with 9/11 back in the day that actually brought a lot of people together, right? There was a lot of people back in 9/11 that banded together and helped each other out. And our country for a period of time was much better from it, right? So you can take this and disasters like this and have a terrible attitude about, I'm usually a terrible attitude person many times and very cynical, or you can kind of stay saying, hey, maybe I can grow and learn from this and try to become a better person. Maybe I'll start to appreciate toilet paper more after this. Maybe I'll start to appreciate any type of food. So there's a chance when the dust settles, if we get hunkered down for a bit, again, if you come out 2 weeks or a month later, there's a chance to make yourself and become a better person, right? And that's ideally what you should want to do. Help your neighbor, help yourself. So that's why, like I was telling people when you're preparing, I got extra toilet paper. I got way more than I need. I didn't hoard, but I got a lot more than I need, right? I did that also not because I'm trying to sell it on eBay or Amazon to make money. I got it because first, if you have the means to help yourself, then you can help other people, right? So if I have extra and then somebody knocks on my door and says, hey man, I'm out of toilet paper, can you help me out? I can give them a roll and not freak out. Hey, I'm starving right now. All right, cool. I have some extra food. Here's a can of soup, right? So that's the things where if you have the right mentality, get enough, maybe you buy a little bit extra. It kind of sucks. It's dog eat dog, but then you can help other people. But if you're one of those douchebags that's on, buying, rolls of bulk and you're selling this crap on eBay trying to price guide, you're a terrible person. You're just a terrible person. It's just terrible. That's just stupid. One of those people that bitch and moan and complain about the hoarders, you're a problem too, because then what's going to happen with people like you, and you piss me off a lot, is because then you're going to want my stuff. You're going to bitch and moan at the hoarders. I'm going to be prepared and you're going to want my stuff and I'm going to have to give it to you. And that's going to suck. So that's why I have to buy more. So now you get the dilemma. I got to buy more because I got to deal with also people that bitch and moan that aren't going to be prepared, that are going to want my stuff. Those people piss me off. If you're one of those people, you're a pain in the butt, right? The hoarders are a pain in the butt. The bitchers and moaners that don't do anything, you're a pain in the butt. Those that are prepared and do the right thing, I get, come on, guys. I know, I understand people that are making money, but like, come on, like be reasonable, a little bit of profit. I'm seeing stuff like some bullshit, like crap, like $1,000 rolls of toilet. Come on, that's just ridiculous. But hey, that's a good point though. That's what I'm trying to tell people, the bitchers and moaners. I'm saying, guys, there's going to be the people selling the stuff on eBay and you're not going to get it. So you're going to complain about them. Guess what you're going to do? Those people are actually going to make money off of your toilet paper because you were too stubborn, because you had people like me that was a pain in your ass a few days saying every day, go buy, not in abundance, go buy a month's worth of supply, a month worth of food and paper products, buy a little bit extra, don't gouge, and be prepared. And people don't listen. That's my rant. So guys, as far as stocks goes, I will wrap it up. We are a stock trading company. We're the Bullish Bears. This is not a stock market video. It's not a pitch. Again, yes, I'm a business. I had some idiot in a video I posted today. I actually did a video on stock charts, right? So I was actually showing the stock charts, the last video I did, and some idiot posted a comment on there saying, this is a 20-minute ad. I'm like, well, wait a second. No, this is a 20-minute video showing you the actual stock charts. He's probably pissed off because I'm promoting a business. I'm saying to myself, but he's promoting on YouTube, right? Everybody is. You're selling something. You're selling a business, you're selling a product, or you're selling yourself, right? Instagram models, right? They're trying to get paid. Probably they're getting paid on the back end, So if somebody's not selling something, they probably have advertisers that are paying them to make the video, right? People are stupid nowadays. So we are a trading company. If you have the obvious question, should you buy stocks right now? Again, guys, that's a very difficult question because the charts are terrible. They're absolutely a mess. They could change tomorrow. If you're like, hey, should I buy and hold long-term now? I'd say where? What stock? People said last night, buy the dip, right? So people bought the dip last week. How are they feeling today? Terrible. You may have bought the dip today, and if things don't drastically change by next week, how are you going to feel next week? The stock market can still drop a ton. Guys, you got to remember something. Like when like the market drops, like yesterday, I think it dropped whatever, like, I don't know, over 10% or something huge. It was like the worst day in history or something like that, right? So then today, it's a huge day. Everybody, hey, this is great. It's going to recover. No, it's a lot. Remember, there's day traders, lots of stuff going on. Just because you have a big day today after some major drop, that's normal. It's tough to trade these patterns because the candlesticks are gigantic. You're risking off candlesticks. And the problem that I'm having is, financial advisors, this is the greatest test I'm going to tell you guys if you want to know what you should do. If you have a financial advisor, I want you to watch some of our videos that I posted and you'll see some charts, right? Take a screenshot of the last video I did or whatever any of us did on the markets or review. Just take a screenshot on your phone, bring it to your financial advisor and just say, hey, can you explain this chart to me? If your financial advisor can't explain that stock chart to you, you have a problem, right? And that's the problem with, again, I love financial advisors, but I hate the industry and how it works. Not the advisors. It's above the problem with above is because your financial advisor, what do? Hey, how old are you? I'm 35. When do you plan to retire? 65. How much do you make a year? $150,000 or 50,000. Okay, cool. How much do you want at retirement? 300,000, 500,000. Boom. They put these things in the algorithm. Boop, bloop. And now you're ready to go when you retire. The problem is they're probably, I'm sure in their algorithms, factoring in recessions and major drops, right? If those things are all factored in there, like you can see that stuff on the charts. I was warning people. I made 4 videos back in December into January for those that were following us, warning people. I couldn't tell you what to do, but I had to say indirectly, election year, market overextended. Talk to your financial advisor. Can they explain this chart? JP Morgan says to buy stocks one day, short gold the next. All of these things, right? I'm trying to get this information out to people. I can't really say it, but I'm saying things indirectly. And meanwhile, I just had a friend call me today. Hey, I got $10,000. Should I buy Tesla today? I'm like, I literally had to say, dude, like, no, you don't. I don't know. Like the charts are not good right now. They're terrible. Well, where should I buy? What should I buy right now? I said, don't buy. I said, take our free courses. We have free courses on our website, bullishbears.com. Links below. I'll probably put a link. I don't know. If not, you'll find us, right? Take our courses. Well, what if I want to buy right now? I'm like, these people, you have to learn. I said, just give me the 10,000 because you're going to lose it. But is there somebody that'll tell me where to buy it? The problem is most people don't know where to put your money, your financial advisor. I actually had another friend. What they did is they cashed out some of their personal stock and then they went in right into gold, right? Because gold's the safe haven, right? Of course, gold's going to always have value. But what price did you buy gold at, right? The problem is he went and bought gold. He was excited for a day or so. I haven't talked to him, but I bet you right now, he's not feeling so good because gold is down. It had, I think, one of the worst weeks in years, right? So I said, well, why does that happen? Think logically, guys. People are buying at tops, like the stock market. Everybody's feeling good, right? Warren Buffett says it. What does he say? He's be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. So you can say, well, perfect example. People are afraid right now. I should buy. Yeah, but it's not just so cut and dry. You have to learn the pattern. So I can't tell you what to buy right now because I don't know. Are they going to have some major stimulus thing going to come out? They might have a cure for the coronavirus. Like this charts right this second are awful. They might come out with a coronavirus cure tomorrow. And then Monday, the stock market has the most craziest epic bounce ever. And you can say, I should have bought. Well, yeah. You know what? You can go to the casino tonight and put $100 in it and $1. But you could also throw the $100 in there and lose it in 5 seconds or 5 minutes, right? So, yeah. I mean, and again, financial advisors are very important. What I'm trying to tell you with financial advisors, find a financial advisor that can read a stock chart. That's what you want. If your financial advisor can't read a stock chart, that's a problem. If you get a financial advisor that can read charts, then this is also, you want to then ask them and say, hey, listen, will you warn me when markets are at a top? So maybe I'll go safer during those times. And then when it reverses, will you move my funds around? Will you be proactive or do I have to reach out to you? there's a lot of games in the industry where these financial advisors, they make money certain ways if your funds are invested in certain places, right? There might be times you go complete, say, I'm not good with mutual funds, right? But maybe there's a time all I know is like things you could be, at one period of time you could be in cash and then you could go risky, right? But I'm not saying to go cash, right? But I'm saying you could, right? If you're at all-time highs and then you're able to move funds and you have like a TD Ameritrade and you want to go cash for a month until the whatever, they don't like that. I'm not saying to go cash, right? But I'm just saying, I was telling people 3 months ago, markets at all-time highs. Watch my videos. I warned everybody. I said, could the market still go up? Sure. And after December, what it did, I look like an idiot, right? Market went up, whatever. I don't even know, 5 or 10. It went up. I said, but hey, maybe I said myself, I was probably going to be more safer, right? So for my long-term investments, hey, I'd willing to give up some of these profits. And then I want to wait for the pullback, find support to hold, and then maybe go risky again. And guess what happened, guys? If anyone was watching those videos, you wouldn't have taken, I don't even know what it's dropped now, 20%, whatever the heck it is. You wouldn't have lost the money. The problem is, like, again, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to find one, very key, that knows how to read charts and that funds. If you find any gains, and if they're telling you right now, the bullshit, sorry, I'm a Christian, whatever, but the bullshit, it's bullshit. These guys that are giving you the bullshit that are saying, don't worry, the market's going to go up. It's horseshit. We're a trading company. I want the market to go up. But if you're hearing the bullshit of these people saying, don't worry to go back up, it's bullshit. Until they find a cure for the virus, until people feel comfortable again, until some miraculous things happen, it will at some point. What does that mean? The people in 2000 and 2008, it took them 8 or 10 years? It may take 8 months. It may take 8 years. This is not a joke right now. This is not a normal thing. Whether you like this virus and think it's a bunch of bullshit, doesn't matter your opinion on it. It is wrecking everything, and it's going to wreck businesses. You're not going to probably after all this is said and done, you're probably not going to be just bailing out banks. You're going to be probably bailing out God knows what, travel industry, so many freaking companies, right? So if you're this person right now, like if you have extra money, wait. There's always times to make money. Even if the market skyrockets tomorrow, who cares? There will always be ways again. William says options. Yeah, all that stuff. No stock charts or doesn't know stock charts, and you want to put money somewhere, you're going to probably lose it. Austria, the school closed. Yeah, they're starting to close it down here. Is this making sense to you guys? So I just want to be honest with you guys. It pisses me off. Again, we're a trading company. I don't want the market down like this. It's terrible. And we're still, obviously we're doing well, but it sucks. I mean? Like, on one hand, I'm kind of a wise ass and I get funny. So a part of me was like, good, because people are stubborn and they lose money. And now I'm trying to be more compassionate now. Now I'm like, this sucks for people. People are losing their life savings. And who knows, it's probably going to be worse than the financial crisis of 2008 when all said and done, because you're bailing out everybody. Like, it's just probably, unless a miracle happens, right? A miracle, a cure, and shoot things up and all those things. Great. But you have to also remember something, guys. Again, we're on the Bullish Bears. We have different political views, so we don't all agree. We all have different political views. So me, Tim, and Dan, we don't all believe and feel the same way about a variety of subjects, right? So it doesn't matter whether you like Trump or dislike Trump. You have to pay attention to these things, right? So somebody could love Trump and think he's amazing, right? I'm keeping I may love Trump, I may not, right? But think about it. I may love Trump, right? So let's say I love Trump. But then I can see things. Why is Trump saying to have negative interest rates? You guys been paying attention? Jerome Powell of the Fed is Trump's guy. Everything's great for 3 years. The past 6 months or a year, Trump is nailing Jerome Powell, and he's pounding every day. Negative interest rates, negative interest rates. We need to stimulate. He just said it the other day. We need negative interest rates or low interest rates to stimulate the economy. But the economy is amazing. It's great. Markets at all-time highs. Why do you need to stimulate the economy? You guys paying attention to this stuff? Again, you could love the president and also say something's wrong with that. Is that a bad thing? Or again, you guys have to assume, guys, what we see every day is not always the truth. Whether you support the president or don't support the president, whether you love CNN or whether you love Fox News, we are all being fed stuff and none of us know the truth of things. So you have to prepare, like things like this, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Don't go crazy. Have a month worth of food and supplies, right? Don't just listen to your financial advisor that works for a big, huge bank that had the financial crisis back in 2008, and the system has never changed. So what makes you think it's just going to magically change again? Nothing changed. They propped up the stock market for 8 years with negative, their quantitative easing in QE. That's terrible. So if you like Trump, think about this. If you believe Trump is doing amazing things for the economy, maybe he is, but you have to remember the foundation that the stock market has been built on over the past 8 years. If Trump is putting down concrete, is the foundation concrete? Is sand, and you put concrete on sand, that might not be Trump's fault. It could be the previous people's fault over years. Maybe he needs you to believe the economy is better than it is, so he maybe wants to get a second term to make maybe the foundation concrete again instead of sand. Think about this, guys. Think about it. Really take that in. 2008 to now was propped up on quantitative easing, low interest rates, injecting money in the market. So when Tesla shoots up, I don't know, is Tesla worth $1,000 or is it worth 200? Just because it went up to no, we don't know what's underneath the foundation. But all of the uncertainty is playing out right now. And think about that. So that's the stuff you need to think about when you go and just buy something or this. Take your opinions out of it. It doesn't matter whether you like the president or dislike the president. It doesn't matter whether you like CNN or Fox News. It doesn't matter whether you think the virus is real or whether you think it's a hoax. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is the things are happening and you have to be prepared and think logically ahead of time, right? So that was a rant, but that's very important information. I need you to guys, again, I'm on a platform. And you have to listen to what I'm saying and take it in and read between the lines on some things. This is very important stuff. It's a very big deal. You have to take your biases out, right? There are things going on. We're going to watch and learn about this virus that may be true. They may not be true. Things about the economy that may be true, may not be true. And it may be good endings, it may be bad endings. The whole point with the stock market, it doesn't obviously like uncertainty. What has been going on for the past 2 weeks? Massive uncertainty. So where do we go from here? Again, I'm not going to have to watch the charts. I am a trader. I run a trading company. I look at the stock charts. I don't go off of hype or speculation. The stock charts suck right now. They may be good Monday. They may be terrible next week. I'm not going to sell you a bag of goods, and you just got to think of other things right now, whether you like Trump's plan right now with what's going on with the coronavirus or whether you don't. There's always critics. There's also just think logically. If you rip the Band-Aid off like that, boom, rip it off. Mass chaos. If you tell Americans who haven't been told no since the Great Depression, no, all at once, think common sense. You have to think about that stuff. I don't know what he's going to do. I really don't. But you have to prepare that he may be softening us because eventually we may be turning into an Italy for a couple weeks or a month, potentially. If there's no, think about it. From when I hear, I don't know if it's true, I hear China went back to work or they're going back to work. How do you go back to work when there's no coronavirus cure? But they were self-quarantined for what? I mean, supposedly, I think 50 million plus people went on lockdown. So if that's the case, does that mean there's no cure, but the virus cured itself after 2 weeks or a month? Maybe that's the case, and now they go back to work. The numbers are going down. I don't know. I don't believe anything either way. I just know that's what they're saying. Italy is on lockdown. United States, we don't have a cure for the coronavirus. Things are shutting down like crazy. There's no sports. There's none of those things right now. Every day you're getting a new celebrity, a new basketball player. They're getting this virus. Doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. That's what they're telling you. So now what's going to happen is if there's no cure and none of the CDC people and those things are saying there's a 2 weeks or a month, warmer weather, maybe it clears up. Inconvenience a lot of people. I'm sorry, Americans, you can't have your Starbucks coffee and your Taco Bell and your McDonald's. Boo-hoo. I'm sorry you have to live off rice and soup and it inconveniences you. I'm sorry you can't have your gluten, but you can survive off of a can of soup. I'm sorry. Maybe that's what cures it. After that, it would be economic devastation that happens. But then there's things that, who knows, what have they been doing the past 8 years? Quantitative easing. Maybe we're going to go on lockdown. Maybe things shut down. Stock market gets leveled. And then he's been telling the Fed to do negative interest rates. Maybe he's preparing us for that so that when the devastation maybe happens, quantitative easing to jack the stock market back up again, more fake money, put it back in. Then he either gets reelected or he doesn't. If he gets reelected, maybe things stay the same, or maybe he makes changes. Or if somebody else gets new in the office, I don't know. China is underreported in cases. They are now over 200 mutated versions. So me personally, I feel I'm in the middle of this, right? So as far as the virus goes, I don't think it's as bad as the media says, and I think it's worse than other people that say it's not bad. If it's somewhere in the middle, then it's something to be taking serious. And that's why all the stuff I just showed you guys, I tried to give you a lot in this video. I was kind of trying to joke in the beginning, but again, go back to the basics of it. If you're still haven't prepared yet, the first thing you do is go try to get toilet paper, number one, because it's nuts. Go to offshoot places, go to gas stations, go to small mom and pop shops. Forget Targets and stuff like that. But if you can, get it there. Next, try your local supermarkets, but don't underestimate gas stations or local convenience stores that might have the thinner toilet paper, not in bulk, but you'll have something to wipe your butt. If you don't, buy Kleenex. You might have to use more Kleenex, but it's flushable. If not, buy paper towels, throw it in a bag, throw it in your garbage can, suck it up. And then again, if you're broke or on a budget, this is gold. These $2 cans of soup or whatever it is, you could survive on a can of this a day, or even give it to a pet if you can't get pet food. Get pet food. Big thing of rice, $15 in bulk. Pastas, right? Again, back to this, less than $1 for this, many places. You can have 10 boxes of this will last you 10 to 20 days. Even if you have to put butter, even if you eat it plain, you've had nothing but this, great. You have food, right? And for those, again, that are prepared and ready, now is the time. I say to people, do you want a month vacation or do you want a month worth of pain? If you want to have a month's vacation off and you're in your house, buy some of your alcohol, buy some pizza, buy some chips, buy that stuff, So that's what hopefully this helped you both the worst. Yeah. All right, guys. Hopefully this went on longer than I thought, but I hope it was helpful for you guys. You know, I tried to give you a lot in this, but stay safe. Stay tuned with the YouTube. We'll probably all be making more videos just of other stuff, but this is actually very important, guys. Take this seriously, whether you agree with it or not. Take it seriously. They're telling you to take it seriously. The way I look at it is if you take it seriously, you spend whatever, a couple hundred, few $100 more. Worst case scenario, you won't have to go shopping for a while for stuff and you'll have it and you'll use it, you know, but prepared, and then that just really sucks. All right, guys, have fun. I'm gonna maybe I'm not gonna lie, I was an idiot. I actually had this mask for a week and I was preparing and going to these places and I wasn't wearing my mask. So if I get the virus, I deserve it. So hopefully I don't. I got my gloves, I'm getting ready. I got this. I got my hand sanitizers. I got all my food. And I got my hatchet. So if anybody tries to mess with me, don't do it. All right. Enjoy. Stay safe. Love you, peeps. Out.